How's it going, guys? Welcome to General Hospital Envy, my GH After show. Let's get into it. Really, I feel like there's only one storyline that I want to discuss, but let's discuss two of them. This other storyline being Maxie, Nathan, Claudette. I left it out last week, so I probably should discuss it this week. Just to recap, Claudette has a mystery daughter out there somewhere. Apparently she had kept a photo of her daughter with her. Somehow Maxie and Curtis missed it when they tore her room apart, but whatever. So Spinelli had been researching Claudette's past and found literally nothing about her on the internet. Not a single trace, no social media, nothing. Claudette reveals to Nathan that she was involved with a very bad man after their breakup, and she just desperately needed Nathan's attention. Oops. Protection. He was obviously very like, why? And she was like, if you're not gonna do it for me, do it for my daughter. And I was like, here we go. She was like, Nathan, it's your daughter. Maxie was like, probably not. Claudette was like, no, really, take a DNA test. It'll prove it. So they did, much more quickly than Claudette anticipated. And she was like, ooh, better tell Griffin, just in case I'm wrong. So she does, and the baby turns out to be Nathan's anyway. Okay, obviously Nathan wants to see his daughter, but Claudette's like, no, I want to keep her safe. So Nathan demands to know who the bad guy is at least, and of course it's none other than Valentine Cassadine. And I said to myself, why? Why ruin Valentine Cassadine for this mess? And then I remembered a storyline that was dropped like 2 years ago. Nathan's father. Nathan's mother, Dr. Obrecht, told Nathan that Victor Cassadine was his father, but we knew that the father was someone much worse than Victor, according to Dr. Obrecht. It kind of fits the bill. Nathan does have those charming Cassadine looks. My theory is that Valentine already knows that Nathan is his son, and that he either knows that Claudette's daughter is his granddaughter, or maybe it's actually his daughter. I don't know. Anyway, let's talk about the storyline that really hit the fan this week. Paul's motives for being the hospital killer. I kind of figured that Paul's motives would have something to do with Susan, but this storyline is just so convoluted. So this goes back to the fact that Kyle Sloan, if you guys remember him, had raped his daughter Susan and put her into a mental state. Okay. Now initially when they told the story, I figured that Kyle and Susan had a past somewhere else in the world. Kyle Sloan had come to town not too long ago to track down Anna and take her job. So I was like, okay, wherever Paul and Susan were, that's where it happened. No, apparently it happened in Port Charles. In the short time frame that Kyle Sloan was in town, pining after Anna and also going after her job, he was also raping Susan and put her in a mental state. Apparently Susan went to General Hospital, where literally every day player doctor that was killed botched various parts of Susan's recovery. Like Dr. Mays apparently somehow ruined her rape kit. Other doctors were previous social workers that somehow were involved with Susan that didn't help her recovery. In Paul's head, somehow Monica is also involved. I guess Monica did not feel the need to tell Tracy that she dealt with Paul Hornsby's daughter at some point. Didn't tell Dylan that his sister was in town either. Is Susan even being taken care of in Port Charles? I'm so confused. No explanation for Bobby though. Bobby hasn't even been a nurse in Port Charles for God knows how long. I'm not even quite sure what Bobby does anymore. Is she just retired? Anyway, I think the writers just completely decided to drop the fact that Bobby was also a victim. Paul did not mention her once. He said, and I quote, I killed all the victims but Monica. Bobby's still alive. So anyway, while the PCPD has been scratching their foreheads this whole time, Anna comes back into town and solves the crime in about 5 seconds flat. Anna put 2 and 2 together, calls Jordan. I feel like the only time Jordan is useful in the PCPD is when she has Anna to think for her. Meanwhile, Tracy Quartermain had tracked down Paul Hornsby's daughter and walks in on him admitting killing all those doctors. Paul realizes pretty fast that Tracy obviously hurt him, corners her in the house. I'm freaking out because I don't want Tracy to die. Like, we don't need any more veterans dying here, especially not a Quartermain. I'm like screaming at my TV like, Anna, go get her, teleport now! And she does. So does Dylan. I'm super annoyed that this storyline is clearly very unplanned, but I will say that Richard Berge is knocking it out of the park. The show has been wasting his talent for so long, and he's finally getting to show his stuff, but he's going crazy, and it doesn't look good for the character. I think the thing that irked me the most about the storyline is that he was like, I have been planning this out from the beginning. I'm like, no you weren't. You were neck deep in the mob, trying to bring weapons into town. You spent the majority of your time in town like dealing with Ava and the Jeromes and Sonny. You didn't go anywhere near the hospital. You were living in that damn house and could have killed Monica at any time at one point. Man, Paul being the killer was literally just a scapegoat to get Julian out of jail. And I'm just so over it. I'm ready to bring it to an end. Some other stuff did happen in Port Charles. Kevin went to go track down Laura, I think in Switzerland. That's where they always go. Flew there and then got on the plane when she was coming back and surprised her. And I think Kevin and Laura are gonna be okay. We'll just have to wait and see. I actually love seeing those two on screens. I love John Lindstrom and I love Jeannie Francis. I was a bit worried when Jeannie Francis was going on vacation. Thankfully it wasn't for very long. The last time she had gone on vacation, she never came back. So whew, bullet dodged. Another Port Charles news, Heather Weber did something. Not sure what. She thought Franco was a GH killer. He's not. And she did something. Anyway, before I sign out with this vlog, I do have to tell you that this upcoming weekend, I will not be in town and I will not be in a position to make a GHNV this next Sunday. And I'm not back in town until next Wednesday. I might make a short video involving whatever the climax is between Paul, Anna, and Tracy and talk about that early this week, so I have something to give you. I will let you know on Tumblr, but I can't make any promises yet. I don't really know what the storyline is going to do over the next 2 days, and I don't want to not release one by the end of the week. So I'm going to do my best to do something for you guys. I don't want to postpone until next Wednesday because I won't even be able to watch Friday's episode or Monday's episode or Tuesday's episode till I get back. I'll figure something out, I promise. I will catch you guys when I catch you guys. Bye.